Buffalo is going to win it, folks.
The Bills make me run. Kick your heels up and shout.
Let's see why the Buffalo Bills are en route to the playoffs.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout. Yeah,
Buffalo Bills go undefeated. And we're going to the Super Bowl.
Right
Yeah.
now, baby. Come on, come on.
No one
Come on
circles the
and
wagon
shout.
like the Buffalo Bills.
All right, we are live, and we are back. Welcome to another episode of the Overdue Bills podcast, and we're definitely excited. Bills are starting off 2-0, so that's definitely something to be excited about. And we have a lot to talk about with our show today. So before we get into the show, let's ask the guys how they're doing. My guy Matt, aka Matty Ice. Matt, how you doing today, man?
Doing good, man. Doing good. Feeling good off of another Bills dub. Ready to talk some Bills football, man. How you guys doing?
Rad,
I'm
doing
doing
good too?
I'm doing great. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing great. It was a great day, great summer day. Bills football. Let's talk. After the Bills game, we went out, had a little tea time. Shout out to Pre, shout out to Monday. We had a little golf session, so it was good. So man, everything going great.
Yeah, hadn't golfed in a while, about a month. Just actually left the range. I'm back in the swing of things. Listen, I'm back. Listen, Ryder Cup is happening. You know what I mean? You might see me at a course near you. Shout out to everybody, though. But listen, this is a Bills show, and definitely something, a lot of things we need to talk about. And before we do that, we do need to do a little bit of housekeeping. So I want you to do this. OverdueBillsPod.com. OverdueBillsPod.com. is where you can get all of your Overdue Bills content, all of your Overdue Bills merch. You can find out all of our platforms, all those amazing things. You can even find out about us, our Bills fandom, where we come from, so many things. We definitely want you to go to the website and check that out. And we also want you to go to our YouTube, Overdue Bills podcast. We definitely want you to go to the YouTube and subscribe to the YouTube page. We're trying to get to 500 subscribers, and Matt may or may not be doing something for the fans. We're workshopping that. We're still workshopping that. But we definitely want you to do that. So please, ma'am, please, sir, please, child, listen, go and subscribe, like, share, rate, and review. Do all those amazing things. Y'all know how we do it. And with that being said, shout out to Buffalo Fan Base. We definitely want to shout out to Buffalo Fan Base, 26 shirts, the collab. We're on platforms with Buffalo Fan Base as well. And I know some of you guys are even coming in now, so we appreciate your audience. Definitely appreciate y'all. Want you to like, share, rate, and review with Buffalo Fan Base as well. And Matt, before we get into the show, you have to let the people know that our presenting sponsor of the Overdue Bills podcast.
Frozen, Matt.
Oh, Matt is frozen. Oh man, Matt. I know we're not having Wi-Fi issues now, man.
Right at the sponsor. Oh no, you good?
Frozen.
You good, Matt?
Oh, there you go, Matt. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm good. A little technical difficulties, just in and out of my connection there. My bad. So
you're presenting sponsor. Yeah.
Okay. Yep. Yeah, I missed the intro to that. But yes, sir. This episode and every other episode is brought to you by the good folks at AOG Cigar Lounge. AOG Cigar Lounge, located at 3495 Delaware Avenue, is the premier cigar lounge in Western New York. AOG has a welcoming atmosphere to all levels of cigar smoker. They have an amazing selection of your favorite cigars and a massive selection of drinks to pair with them. Stop in today, get some work done, catch a game, or catch up with friends. They have amazing bucket and flight specials. If you want to try some interesting new bourbons, whiskeys, tequilas, to pair with your favorite cigars, man, they have some incredible stuff in there for you to try out. So stop in there today, become a member, enjoy the awesome lounge. Check them out. It's a great spot. AOG Cigar Lounge.
AOG.
Also, too, they're going to be showing all the Bills games all season long, so it is your away game destination. They're going to be running specials during the game. It's an awesome, comfortable place to go catch a game and enjoy that for sure. Fact. So check that out Thursday night if you're not going to the game.
Absolutely. Shout out to AOG Cigar Lounge. We appreciate them for being our presenting sponsor. And again, as we get into the show, we're going to start with our quick question of the day. Our quick question of the day. And I told you, I've been in a little bit of trivia, right? I've been in trivia mode, and I do want to ask this trivia question to all of you guys out there today, right? The trivia question is Buffalo Bill Miami Dolphins centric, since that is the upcoming game in a couple of days, right? And we're going to talk about that ad nauseum. But my question is, Josh Allen is 12-2 all time versus the Miami Dolphins. As Matt would say, Josh Allen, he owns the Dolphins, right? So Josh Allen 12-2 all time versus the Miami Dolphins. The question is, who was the last Bills quarterback before Allen to win 10 plus games against Miami? I'm going to ask it again. Who was the last QB for the Bills before Josh Allen to win 10 plus games against Miami? A, Jim Kelly, B, Ryan Fitzpatrick, C, Doug Flutie, or D, Drew Bledsoe?
So I guess I'm gonna ask this question: did he win them all as a Bills quarterback, or was it across different teams? This quarterback.
Who was the last Bills quarterback before Josh Allen to win 10 plus games against Miami?
I'm gonna go Jim Kelly.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I think I'm gonna go Jim Kelly as well. But I mean, the other reason I asked was obviously the other two play for other teams in our division, so I figured they may have beaten those teams with other teams in our division. But either way.
My thinking was you had to win 10 games, so you had to at least start 5 years for us, and you had to win every start. I mean, you know, against the Miami Dolphins, who's the last one capable of doing that? I'm assuming Jim Kelly. Maybe Drew Bledsoe did it, but I don't feel like it. But maybe. But I'm gonna go lean out and say Jim Kelly.
Well, I mean, Jim Kelly is definitely the obvious answer because we know for a fact that Jim Kelly won more than 10 games against Miami. I mean, that's just, you can't go to 4 Super Bowls in a row and not win games. I mean, that's just common sense. And he's Hall of Famer. So the correct answer is Jim Kelly. Jim Kelly went 17-10 versus Miami in his career, including multiple playoff matchups and so on and so forth.
Okay.
So he won 17 games. And I think Josh Allen's going to eclipse that, right? I mean, if he's at 12-2 right now, I mean, we're going to talk about the game. So we got 2 this year, 14, 2 next year. I mean, we're going to talk about it. But
yeah, they might have a new coach or new quarterback or something by next year.
Who knows?
Rebuild.
Before we get into the game preview, let's do a game recap because we won. We beat the Jets. Some are calling it a statement game, so to speak. I would say that a lot of pundits, people who dibble and dabble in the betting world, went against the Buffalo Bills, right? There were a lot of people who are on the other side. They took the Jets 6.5 and said the Jets were going to be formidable. I mean, you know, to each his own, you know what I'm saying? But with that being said, I do want to ask the question to our guys here today. Is this an impressive win, or is this more like we really should have did this? Jets suck. Let's just move on. Matt?
I think in the fashion that we had it, that we did win this game and that we did dominate, I think it's really impressive. And I think it was the moment where everybody was like, oh, you know what, somebody might give us a run here in this division. And, you know, the Jets look pretty decent against Pittsburgh, who usually has a pretty stout defense. And they showed out pretty well, but for them to show up and us to dominate them like that, I think it was definitely impressive in that sense.
I would lean towards I guess impressive because I thought, you know, our defense was terrible against the Ravens. And you know, last show you wasn't on, Preach, but I was trying to gauge of how hard should we be on the defense. Pause. Like, is it the Ravens or is our defense really, you know, chips? You know what I'm saying? So we was me, Matt, and Mike, shout out to Mike D. We was kind of lax on the defense. We said no, everybody don't got a Lamar Jackson and the Derrick Henry, Zay Flowers, even, you know, to attack us with. But we did say this is the great value version of that, right? They got Justin Fields, Breece Hall, Garrett Wilson, and we thought, you know, this team could give us similar problems, right? If Justin Fields get loose, if Breece Hall have a nice tough day, Garrett Wilson, you know what I'm saying? We thought they will, you know, we said start the Jets. I said start the Jets, you know, so for our defense to look how we look, for Joey Bosa to look good. We didn't have Ed Oliver, we didn't have Teron Johnson, and the game was pretty much over by halftime. I guess and on a roll, you know what I'm saying? It's hard for me not to say not impressed, but it was a dominant win, and it's always good for your football team to have a dominant win, no matter who you play. Especially a division rival, especially a team like that who just came off of a big, a competitive game against the Steelers the week before that. So yeah, I think impressive, no, but happy to see the dominance for sure.
Definitely we took care of business, right? That's something to be said about that. I know we talked about this. It was a divisional win, but Josh Allen was only 14 for 25, right? Like he did, it wasn't necessarily a world beater. Obviously, we scored 30 points, so putting up points wasn't necessarily the issue. But he didn't just bug out. But I will say, seeing certain players do certain things was impressive. And with that being said, I do want to ask, with this particular game, in y'all's estimation, who was the player of the game, right? Who was the player that you want to highlight, that you want to talk about, that say, okay, this is the person who was like, okay, he actually did this, and this meant for us to win, right? What he did really helped us win this game. Matt.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with a side that we've been criticizing and had the question mark looming over. Majority of the offseason. Joey Bosa. He's looking like a shell of his old self. He's having fun out there. 2 forced fumbles, got a strip sack. He is just you see the conversation with him and Josh. Josh is like, man, go get me one. And Joey went out and get it, and he was really happy, out there to be able to do that for Josh Allen, because he knew Josh Allen was going to be able to come through and capitalize. So I think Joey Bosa is a breath of fresh air on that defensive line and showed up in the Ed Oliver absence.
Right.
For me, who I got, is James Cook. Right. Let him cook. You know what I'm saying? I've been on give James Cook 20 touches a game. You know what I'm saying? I think he's that explosive, that elite. I know going into this offseason, he was demanding 15, 20, up to $20 million. And, everybody was scoffing at that. Now, I'm not saying we should have gave it to him or nothing like that, but I'm saying if you don't got one of those elite guys, the Jahmyr Gibbs, the Bijan Robinsons, Josh Jacobs, Jonathan Taylors, right? I guess he's not on that upper echelon, but he's right under it, right? He's like, he's right under it. He's explosive. He's worth all the money we gave him. I was, pushing to get him signed. He's the most explosive player on our offense, right? Josh Allen, obviously with his arm, but besides that, the person that can take it 40, 50 yards, and it's James Cook, and he showed us, he showed us again. People thought it was going to have a regression about his touchdowns or his 40-yard touchdown, stuff like that. But it looked like he's about to have another double-digit touchdown season. So James Cook, he's going to have another 1,000 yards. He's an elite running back. He's a high-end running back, and I'm happy he's on our team. I'm happy we signed him. I'm happy he's our running back for the future, for the next few years. So James Cook, player of the game for me for sure.
Would you say that the James Cook run, the bounce cut run, was the play of the game?
For sure, it's right here on the screen. Shout out to James Cook. It broke the game open for us. It was like Josh, with the broken nose. Maybe, obviously, I'm not trying to give him excuses, but everything wasn't going, as smooth as you probably wanted. We were selling for some field goals, but having an explosive player to get an explosive play like a James Cook, when Josh ain't hitting on 100, so having that player on our offense is huge for us. It makes our offense even more dynamic, right? We have so many packages. We don't have the same people on the field. You see Keon Coleman, you see Palmer, you see Shakir, you see Kincaid, you see Knox, you see the rookie. It's the new rookie tight end 85. I forgot his name. It's so many different packages that we coming with, but to have a James Cook who can come on and get 20 touches, 140 some yards, 130 yards, 2 touchdowns. It just broke the game open for us for sure.
For me, it's Josh Allen, and not so much because he had this outstanding game, but it's because he avoided injury, right? Serious injury. And I think that I actually went to the watch party. I went to the stadium. My cousin, And even in that moment, I don't know. I kind of look at Josh Allen as Teflon, like him even getting hit and sometimes his hurts or whatever the case is. I kind of just overlook it, like, he's fine, like he's built like a freight train, like he's gonna be all right. But we do take for granted, even looking at like a Joe Burrow, him having a turf toe on him, he's out for the season essentially. Like their season was already over, but it's definitely over now.
They 2-0. How is it over?
They suck. But I think that like we take Josh Allen for granted and him always playing, because like, even like Lamar Jackson, he misses a couple games, you know what I mean, a season. I see Jalen Hurts, he missed a couple games. I mean, even Jaden Daniels, he might be out, you know what I mean? He has a knee injury, but like Josh, he's consistently playing, and him getting hit in the nose, being able to get back into the game, like for me, like that's it. Because if Josh is hurt, that's our season. Like that's our season, period. Sick of forking it. Let's just go home. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to Trubisky. He did come in, he threw a strike, but it's over, y'all. We know it is. So shout out to Josh Allen. I appreciate him avoiding injury and coming back into the game. And even with that being said, I do have somebody else that I want to talk about, because I do want to have a what we learned segment about the game. And everybody in the comments, you can put it in the comments on what we learned from the game. And I'll start first. This is what I learned. Matt Prater is a good player, right? Our special teams has stability, like 52, 28, 30, 52-yard field goal, 28-yard field goal, and a 33-yard field goal. Tyler Bass, early retirement, like, you know what I'm saying? Or whoever, if you want to be released or whatever, it doesn't matter. And maybe Matt Prater may have some topsy-turvy, but from this point, like he's shown us, right? Multiple games coming off the street. He's making good plays. He's coming in, doing what he needs to do as a field goal kicker. That's all I can ask for, right? That's all we can ask for, having the confidence. We know he's a savvy veteran. We know he's been there before, and he's putting that. So that's what I've learned. Like, as far as field goal kicking, like, I'm not, because I'm going to be honest, looking at Tyler Bass, it's just like, it was just a little, I was like, I don't know about that. I'm gonna keep
it a buck. If Prater continue what he's doing, shout out to Tyler Bass. He lost his spot. Shout out to Kyle Shanahan. He talked about it. When they dropped Moody last week, he said, "Yo, we don't have backup kickers. If you're not doing the job, we gonna sign somebody else and you're gone. So we don't have a backup kicker. It ain't like, oh, we gonna send Prater back. No, Prater looks great. Bass was shaky the last few years. If he continue this, Bass, I'm sorry, you lost your job. Period."
Yeah, no, I mean, it's what have you done for me lately position for sure, man. I mean, yes, thank you for your service. If you roll with the hot hand, if it's not broke, don't fix it, man. Let's go.
Especially kickers. Mm-hmm. Confidence. That's confidence.
So Matt, what did you learn from this Jets game?
From this Jets game, I learned that the defense is a lot better than we thought they were, right? You got guys stepping up. Christian Benford, best cornerback in the league, making plays in not only the pass game but the run game. That tackle for a loss and that reverse, huge play early in the game, set the tone. He's not afraid to tackle, and then obviously he's going to shut your number one guy down. So, and then you got guys like Joey Bosa, guys flying around the ball, and we're only going to get guys back. We got, Okunjobi and Knocht coming back in a couple games, and Ed Oliver, who knows how long he's out for, but man, we got a good group on defense here.
Right. Did you learn anything?
I would say that we are, not getting the job done, us losing in the playoffs, it can potentially, it's like we're fighting off this lackluster season where like we regress as a team, right? Josh may be still great, but we just we keep getting to this point, AFC Championship game, high, win 2 or 3 games in the playoffs and lose, and it's like we're gonna keep getting up and being this elite team year after year without getting it all done. So I think just the resolve of understanding that we still a dominant team, we still one of the best 4 teams, 2, 3, 4 teams in the league, and we showed that against a team that's lesser than us. We did, what I'm saying? We got that clear understanding of we're playing for something bigger, and we can't let the Jets, even like we're going to talk about the Dolphins, come and trip us up. These teams are not good enough. They're not on the same par. We know what type of team we are, and to go on the road and dominate the Jets at home because the last few years, I know Josh to have the best of games, but it always been weird. We lost to them. It's been weird at the Jets. But to go in there to make that offense look terrible after they just put up over 30 points, Justin Fields was like QB1 or something like that. Brees Hall looked great. To just really come out and had a defense have a dominant showing like that. It shows what type of team we is and how our championship pedigree in a sense, you know what I'm saying? We really got that dominance in us. So it was good to see that for sure.
Absolutely. So good win against the Jets. And we're moving right along. But before we do that, we do have to do an injury checkup. Definitely got to do an injury checkup.
It's a lot of injuries this week around.
Definitely a lot of injuries. I'm just gonna read this out. Obviously, kind of unbeknownst to a few people, but Matt Milano, pectoral issue status unknown. Ed Oliver, ankle injury. We don't necessarily know a timetable on that. Teron Johnson, he was limited Monday. Quad injury, so we'll see. Shaq Thompson, he has a hamstring problem. I think Josh Allen should be fine, but they said he's probably adding a visor.
Yeah,
come Sunday.
Sure, 100%.
So that's kind of where we're at with that. Has anybody heard anything else as it relates to injuries?
No, that's it. The Teron Johnson was a little late scratch for Sunday. And then hopefully he's back. In a couple weeks here. Luckily, we have the luxury of a couple easy games coming up, so I'm okay with letting them getting healthy for the time.
Everybody talk about this like after this Thursday game, it's kind of like mini bye. So whoever maybe that not playing Sunday because maybe Teron gonna play Thursday. We'll see. Even Ed, even if they don't, right? It's this mini bye we're gonna have these extra days when we play Thursday. Not playing till Sunday again. So I think boys can hell up. But I don't want to just poo-poo the Miami Dolphins, but we'll see. And I think the injuries is adding up. Everybody hurt across the board. Injury reports is crazy across the board. So the Bills is no different.
All right, so let's do a little bit of big picture before we get into this preview on Thursday night. I do want to ask some questions, especially to the Bills fans out there. I know it's been 2 weeks, right? It's only been 2 weeks, and I don't want to engage in hyperbole too much, but I guess my question is are the Bills better than last year, right? Do you think that the Bills, as it's constituted right now, are we better than last year, Matt?
So right now, I would say yes. Just due to the fact, our offense, I think, is on the same level. We're gonna, we have the same. We have a little bit of a different weapons, but Josh Allen's obviously playing at the same caliber he's playing at. James Cook, the run identity is there. We've established that we can run the football. Josh doesn't have to throw for 300 for us to win and dominate games. On the offense, I think that's about the same. But the defense, I think with the additions that we have and the more sureness in Christian Benford and some more confidence in the secondary, I think that this defensive unit will end up being better than we were last year, and already are showing that way. We had the week 1 against Lamar and those guys, which I think was a little bit of a fluke. Then we played against a team in the Jets where we should have dominated it, and they absolutely did.
Hey, wow. Brad.
This your guy, Matt. Dave, shout out Dave. This your guy, Matt.
Yeah.
Shout out to Dave, man. We can make it happen, man. Let's link.
Yeah. We definitely gotta make it happen. We'll see that soon. For sure.
Absolutely. Yep. Brad, big picture. Are the Bills better than last year?
I hope so. I would think so. I think we as good. I think other teams, as you see, is regressing. And I think year 2, Keon, year 3, Kincaid, year 4, James, because I think just the progression of all the offensive talent we got is coming to show. It's coming up. The offensive line is. I think on the offensive side, I think we're maturing for sure. Defensively, we'll see. When we get the guys back. I think our defense we played good against the Jets, but they're the Jets and Justin Fields, we know he's due for a dud. So I don't want to get too high on the defense. I don't want to be too low against the Ravens. I don't want to get too high against the Jets, right? So we'll see. But I think maturing on the offensive side, as far as O-line and position groups, I think it's gonna be beautiful. Even Shakir, like all the guys we got, the offense look like, it be humming. When the offense is humming, it be humming. And I think Josh Allen's playing the best football I've seen anybody play quarterback. Obviously Tom Brady, Peyton Manning, shout out to them, Patrick Mahomes, obvious as well. But you gotta name those guys to name somebody playing better quarterback than Josh Allen right now. So yeah, I think we're better.
Interesting. I think it remains to be seen. But I will say Josh Allen is better, right? So by extension,
that means we better.
Like I said, so
and
by
I think
we are better.
And shout out to the OC. I think the offensive coordinator, I'm having a brain fire. Wasn't it Joe Brady? I think Joe Brady is man. He's been calling games, man. Joe Brady have the offense looking great. People be wide open. James Cook looked good. I'm not mad at Joe Brady. I don't know is the Josh Allen effect people gonna keep him here, or is he going how the offense is playing with no elite number one, right? He doing it with all these mismatched pieces. Is he going to be here long term too? So he might be gone after this year if he could continue this. And Josh wins another MVP or something like that. He might be gone as well. So shout out to Joe Brady as well.
Yeah. Maybe we'll see. Sure. But listen, we got this preview, and I don't think we necessarily going to be here long. Dolphins are terrible. They're a bad team. The coach is on a hot seat, looking like he's gonna be fired. But it's a Thursday night game, so quick turnaround, obviously, from Sunday 1:00 start time to Thursday at 8:15. It's a home game, should be a good game, division rival. So I'm just gonna ask you, who are the players that we are watching this game going into the Miami game? Like, who are we keying on as it relates to our team? Right? I think we're at the point, and I don't know if you are, but for me as a Bills fan, there may be one or two teams where I'll say, okay, I'm looking at those players, but at this point, I'm only looking at our players when we going into games. Like, as long as our players do what we need to do, we're gonna win the game. Like, it may be one or two teams, and one being Pat Mahomes, that's one, and then the other, I'm still waiting on it. So, let me ask you, Matt, going into this game, is there players that you are keying on as it relates to the Buffalo Bills? Like, okay, he needs to have a good game, or I'm looking for him to do X, Y, and Z, to kind of show us what he's made of, so to speak.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it's the entire secondary, not named Christian Benford. We're coming into this game going up against potentially two number one wide receivers, guys that can really burn, right? Guys that can really take the top off of defense, and they have beaten us in the past, with long touchdowns. I know Waddle had that 40-yarder last year. Tyreek Hill has smoked us on the Chiefs and on the Dolphins. So I think that's a very important, thing for us to look at this year with this secondary unit. I think this will be a real confidence booster if they come out and are able to shut this wide receiver group down. They're known for a ton of speed on all levels of their offense. So I'm definitely looking at all the secondary guys this week for sure.
Okay, Matt has the secondary. Rat, who do you have?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, obviously for me, it's the safeties. It's Cole Bishop and Taylor Rapp, Hamlin, whoever's his safeties. How we gonna play them? They kind of a one trick pony in that sense where they looking for the deep play. Let's not get that up. And obviously for me, it's the linebacker play too, right? Is Milano going to play? If not, is we going who we gonna move up to that position for him, and how they gonna react to like a fast back out of back for like A-Chain, right? Who's catching passes, who's catching passes out of the backfield, who's faster than probably all our linebackers, even Bernard, who's one of the faster linebackers. So it's for me, it's the safeties and the linebackers, because Dolphins is speed. A lot of their stuff is gimmick. We called it last year. Like we figured out, we caught up to the Miami Dolphins. They haven't figured that next step for them, and it's probably not. It's going to be too late. Especially if they lose this game, go 0-3, and they should. So this might be one of the times where Tyreek Hill get traded. I don't know, something crazy. McDaniels get fired or something like that. So I think it's pretty much the safeties, linebackers, just containing this speed, right? And they're desperate. This is a desperate team, a desperate coach, Everybody knows what's going on. So containing this desperate, fast team and not making this a track meet against them. So yeah, that's where I'm at right
now. I'm looking at the defensive side of the ball as a whole, and I'm looking for turnovers. Right, for me, it's just
we always get to Tua. We need about 4 or 5 snaps. We always get to Tua.
So I'm looking for turnovers. I want it to be a high turnover game. Want Tua to have like 3 or 4 turnovers if I HA to put the ball on the deck, things of that nature. That bodes well for our football team. And with that being said, I don't think that there's a lot really to kind of look at, at this game. The offense suck. Their defense is terrible. The Patriots put up 1 million points on them. They suck. So, I mean, it's no way that we should not be able to do what we need to do. So shout out to everybody in the comments. I see it's a Dolphins fan here. I'm just being honest. But your team. Like, y'all know that y'all not good. But Dave did ask this question. He talked about conditioning. Do you think our conditioning coach have the players in tip-top shape? Let me answer this because I've been on this for a while, about 5 years now. And we've had the same conditioning coach, Will Greenberg. I honestly didn't even know his name until I just looked it up. But he's been with the team for about 15 years. And I've always been talking about our conditioning. Like, I will always say, even like into the playoffs, for whatever reason, players would just take off like snaps. And I just didn't understand it. And one comes to mind. It was Stephon Diggs. Like, I just never understood why he's not on the field at the most critical time. And I always blame conditioning. So, I mean, to answer your question, I don't know really what's happening or what they are doing. I know with the lack of two-a-days, I know with the lack of practice, it's hard for these coaches to get a handle on the players. You know what I mean? They divas. They can really do whatever they want to do. They're making millions upon millions of dollars. So they kind of go at their own pace. But, I'm just saying, I'm old school. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm old school. I want to burn the midnight oil. That's what we need to do.
Well, that's neither here nor there. I would say this just to talk about that. The way our I guess both sides of the ball really definitely offense, 100% offense, right? Is nobody we're not the team that's playing, nobody's playing anymore. Anymore. Nobody's playing 100% of snaps. Like, we're just on, especially on offense. Really, like, it's probably terrible. It's not as good as if you're a fantasy player. You can't, because you're getting the 50%, 60% snap. Like James Cook even come off to Ray Davis, Tyler Johnson. We got 3 tight ends we playing. We play 5 to 6 receivers. Shavers is in the game, getting targets. He got as many targets as Shakir, right? So we're just not in that 100% snap where we relying on 2, 3, 4 people. So I think that is going a long way, especially with the D-line as well. We in rotation with the D-line, especially when the guys that we lost to suspension come back. So we're definitely in a row. So a lot of our key positions, offensively and defensive line, we're in a mean rotation where we're 5, 6 deep. So that's what it is, and I think that's helping in the condition and helping the whole injury situation that we've been dealing with, if we have any. So that's how I see it.
I would say, and shout out to everybody in the comments. Definitely appreciate the comments today, and even the YouTube comments. Listen, Murphy's a Dolphins fan. Shout out to you.
He probably bought the plane. Somebody bought a plane to go over. Went over the stadium saying fire Greer and McDaniel.
Oh, well, sure, yeah.
It probably was you, because it was you.
Murphy, did you fund that? Yeah. Were you in that Dolphins fan fund that put the plane over there?
Yeah, Murph.
Let us know.
Murph gotta chill. But listen, Murph. Listen, you can participate in this as well. Listen, this is not just unique to Bills fans, and we're going to talk about our score prediction challenge, right? So we have to talk about our last game, the Jets game, who won the score prediction, and then the upcoming game about the score prediction challenge. And Matt, please let the people know who won.
Yeah, man. So, AOG, they gave away a really good prize this week. The person who won the score prediction contest got a free 1-month membership to the AOG Cigar Lounge. That includes all the benefits that you have as a member. I'm a member there. It's a great membership if you're a cigar guy. Even if you're not a cigar guy, it's or cigar guy or gal. It's a great deal. But yeah, they give away a 1-month free membership, and then when you go in there to get your membership, they threw in a bucket of beers, domestic beers, for you and whoever you bring to come in and hang out there. So, who knows? I might be meeting you up there. But the winner this week is actually the guy in the comments, Dave Schufelt. So shout out to you, Dave. We'll hooking you up. We'll be setting you up with that membership. We'll get you over there with the guys over there. And then that's awesome, man. We'll get you up there.
Yeah.
This week they're gonna do something a little different. They're gonna kind of switch it up, every week. This week they're gonna do a gift card to the smoke shop. So we're gonna have our score prediction contest. You're gonna predict the score for the Buffalo Bills against the Miami Dolphins this Thursday night football. You're gonna predict the score. As a tiebreaker, if nobody predicts the correct score, we're going to go with the closest to Josh Allen's passing yards. And then if we have two that are alike of Josh Allen's passing yards, we'll go to a secondary tiebreaker, which will be James Cook's rushing yards. So you guys will have until 8 o'clock on Thursday night to get those submissions in. We will be posting the contest on our socials. Definitely get in. Get a chance to win a $20 gift card to Art of Glass Smoke Shop or AOG Cigar Lounge. Definitely go and check those guys out.
Facts.
Absolutely.
Shout out Dave, man. We definitely gonna link up.
Definitely.
Shout out Dave. Congrats.
Definitely shout out Dave, and maybe even what we might start doing. I'm just throwing this out there. I'm probably giving IP for free, but even with shout out to AOG Cigar Lounge, even when you drop your score, I want you to put a victory cigar in there. Let us know what your victory cigar is. Tell us what that is, so we can send that over to AOG. Maybe we can get some shake in there. So
absolutely,
we're probably gonna win 15 games. So when you drop your score, this is tentatively, we might put this out there, but when you drop your score, we really want you to tell us what your victory cigar is, so we can kind of get that in the algorithm.
Yes,
AOG.
So I was smoking on that jetpack. This week. My victory cigar is a cigar out of Jersey. My guy Sanj Patel, Gas Station Sushi. Really good cigar. Carried at AOG from Jersey. Had to smoke one to for the Jets pack. So shout out to AOG for carrying that.
Oh man, we got a real cigar smoker here, man.
Absolutely. And listen, maybe even Matt, even weekly, he's gonna put it on our socials and let him know what the victory cigar that he's gonna smoke. Absolutely. You know what I'm saying, at AOG. So that's something that we're gonna pick up, because we definitely, appreciate the cigar lounge. Listen, it's just a good time, you know what I mean, to be there. Got a bogey, you can relax, watch the game. Definitely a good vibe.
You going to the game, Matt, Thursday?
This week I'm not. I gotta work. I gotta work. I got some little side deal going on. Got some family coming in for the Saints game, so I did a little trade with my tickets to my boy that has tickets with me. So
all right,
I will not be in attendance this week.
All right.
Yep.
Thursday night always tough. It's always tough. You will be there, Preach?
Probably. But I do want to do. Yeah, I do want to do this. Before we leave the show, I want to do this. Try to end every show with this. I want a chance check, right? I want our chances just to be put out there. I want fans to do this. Kind of listen. Sometimes these moments only come by, a few times in our lifetime. You never know when you're gonna be at the pinnacle, or maybe a Super Bowl winner or whatever. But I do want to do a chance check, and it's just a one word. You can defend it just quickly. One word, defend it. So I'm gonna throw out something. You're gonna give me one word on whether or not you think it's likely, or however you feel about it, and you can defend it if you want to, or you just leave it at that one word. Super Bowl. And I can start. So if it's me for the Buffalo Bills, I'm gonna say Super Bowl. What does that mean to me in one word? Lock. We're going. Right. So that's how you play that game. That's our chances check. For me, the Super Bowl within 2 games, I'm gonna say it's a lock. We gonna get there, especially coming out of the AFC. So I'm gonna throw that same word to Matt. Matt, Super Bowl.
Book your trip.
That's 3 words, but okay.
Book it.
That's 2 words, but that's okay. All right, book it. All right, Rat, Super Bowl.
Let's go. Overdue, baby. We overdue.
I like it.
We overdue. So let's get it.
I just threw that segment at them. I just threw that. Oh, Super Bowl us. Shout out to my cousin Joe. Say, hey, shout out to Joe. Us, Super Bowl us. I like that. But that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna end every show with our chances check. Let's just check the temperature. You know what I'm saying? Just a little quick temperature check. One word. I'm gonna throw out it and see where we at after every week. So all right, we got book it. 2 words. We're working on it. We got overdue, us, lock, We working on it, y'all. We working on it, y'all. So listen, overduebillspod.com. Overduebillspod.com. Definitely go on the website. Go check us out. Get some merch. Buy some merch. Go on the YouTube page, Overdue Bills Podcast. We want to get up our YouTube page. Shout out to Buffalo fan base for the combination and the collaboration. Listen, we appreciate everybody in the comments. Matt, Rad, you got anything else to say?
We got to give our prediction. So let's do that.
We didn't give our score prediction.
We didn't. Nope. So I'll spark it off. Thursday night lights. We are going to see a hungry Dolphins team. They're gonna throw the kitchen sink at us because they need to. They're in a position where they have to. It's now or never for them already in week 3. So with that being said, they have some talent on offense. I do think they're going to score a little bit. So I think I'm going to go Buffalo Bills 37, Miami Dolphins 24.
Ooh.
That's crazy. Let me get my score prediction because I literally had the Buffalo Bills 37, Miami Dolphins 15. I think they suck, but Rat.
Well, I think they get some garbage TDs.
I want to check the spread on that. So what is it? 49.5. Oh shoot, that's a lot of points. 50 points. It's probably the highest on the slate.
Didn't they give us 13 points or no? Am I tripping?
11.5.
Oh jeez. Oh, it went down. Oh wow, it went down.
I mean, that's a lot of points, but they are terrible. So I got the Bills winning by 2 scores. Let me go 28-13 Bills. 28-13 Bills.
I will be. We have to be mindful that when we win, we do not win small, especially at home. Pause. I mean, generally, especially against bad teams. When we win, we generally beat them by a lot of points. So I mean, I just like the Dolphins are a bad football team. That is a legitimate fact. I didn't make that up. Tua Tagovailoa is a bad quarterback. McDaniels is a bad head coach. Like, this is a bad organization. Tyreek Hill doesn't want to be there. Jalen Waddle gets hurt every other play. This is not a good team. They cannot run the ball. We should beat this team by more than 20 points.
Tua's statues. Tua's not doing nothing. Both sets should have a field day. We should get to them. Epineza, Rousseau have a field day. We should get to them. So I mean, maybe I'm too low. Maybe I'm thinking you're right. 34-17 Bills.
I mean, it has
34-17.
Crazy.
34-17 Bills. I switch it up.
But again, shout out to everybody in the comments. Definitely appreciate you. And listen, we're gonna be back next week.
Facts.
Preview recap of the game. OverdueBillsPod.com. And y'all know how we end every show with a little bit of that. Hey.
Let's go.
Only Buffalo is going to win it, folks.
Kick your heels up and down.
We've seen why the Buffalo Bills are en route to the playoffs.
Come on now, the Bills are making it happen now. Stand up now, come on and shout.
Buffalo Bills go undefeated. And we're going to the Super Bowl. Yeah.
Now, baby, come on.